Yo, what's good? It's K Felon for Silent Assassin Productions, back with the third installment to this tutorial series. And I want to apologize to you guys. I know you guys been waiting for this, but I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes, been getting this mixing academy together for you guys. So I want you to stay tuned for that. But anyway, I just want to, again apologize for the wait. I know a lot of y'all been waiting. A lot of y'all been asking me when am I going to put out the third part. So what I want to do is here, I actually went ahead and arranged the beat and mixed it down because I had an artist that wanted to lease it and use it. But what I want to do is I'm going to let you guys hear what it sounds like without the effects and everything I did. Then I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like with everything. And then I'm going to show you exactly how I went through the process of doing everything. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear it without the effects real quick. Sounds kind of muddy, so I'm gonna just plug everything in, turn everything on, let y'all hear what it sounds like with everything, and then I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I did to get everything to where it's at. So here it goes with everything, all the effects and everything. So of course you can hear the difference. It sounds a little bit louder, it sounds like it's lifted up a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go through each pattern. I'm gonna break down each sound that I did. So here's what the kick looks like. I put an EQ2 on it and a compressor. Pretty much what it sounds like. Simple kick. Just added a little bit of frequency here. Now what I did to get it like that, how it looks, I know some of y'all are looking probably like, how the hell did he do that? So I'm gonna just bring this back. Only thing I did is, bring this down here, these little boxes, and this wheel so it's slanting off, cutting off some of the frequency. You can stretch it out a little bit, it's up to you. I like to do this for my kicks or whatever. So as you can see, this is where the kick is prominent at, so you just want to enhance it a little bit. Just give it a little bit of oomph to it. Maybe you can feel that little punch if you're listening through some speakers or whatever. And then I just roll this off here in the back end. Since the kick is not the main attraction of the beat, pretty much the sample is. I don't need too much of the kick sound. I don't need too much tail end to it. So that's pretty much the kick. Now for the almost forgot the compressor. I'm not going to go through everything. These compressors are really crazy, but I got my threshold pretty much at okay, so I'm just put it about -8. I got my ratio at 4:1. A little bit of attack delay on attack a little bit. And it's cool in the middle since I EQ most of the high end out. So the compressor's pretty simple. That one. I'm gonna move on to the next sound, which is the 808. Now I'm gonna show y'all a little trick. I don't know if I showed y'all this in the other videos, in the first two, but I bring back the attack on the 808, so that way it doesn't interfere with the kick. You know, you want the 808 to accentuate the kick but not interfere with it when it hits. So, you know, that's why it sounds like it's lagging and it's not really punching like it normally would. Just take it back, you know, quick little tangent right quick. But anyway, show you guys what I did for this. Pretty much the same thing I did with the kick. It's the same process, but you know, it's just down a little further because this is the frequency or the hertz. 30 hertz for the 808, so I wanted to be right here. Take all of that extra high harmonics out. You don't want that extra breath of this 808 playing. With the multi-band, got it at about -11, -12. Ratio, bring it back down 5:1. Ratio, you don't want it to squash it too much. You know, you still want it to breathe. Maybe 4, but you don't want it to squash it too much. Just enough so it doesn't, you know, peak. Sometimes, you know, throughout the beat it might peak, so you don't want it to do that. You want it to catch all that, but you don't want to squash the 808. And then with the filter, bring it back to default. Only thing I did was just take down the resonance and the high pass. This just gets rid of the high harmonics, leave the low pass, and cut off frequency. That's pretty much the volume. So that's it for 808. For the snares, claps. Okay, now for your claps, your snares, or whatever, your higher harmonics, or a lot of your, you know, any sound you're using, it's good to take out some frequencies. As you see, I got with, you know, bandwidth 4 and 6. I took down some of the frequencies and some of the volume, so it's loud, but it's not peaking. You know how when you hear something real loud, it'll peak and then it'll crack. You don't want that, so you just take down some of the frequencies or whatever, or the volume or whatever, so that way it doesn't peak, but it's still, you can accentuate it and bring it up to where it's high at, but just bring everything else down around it. So that's all I pretty much did for this. And then put the stereo shaper on it to give it that, you know, that surround sound feel to it. Same thing for the clap. Really didn't take nothing out of this. Might just know where it's at. And this one here, I took out a little bit of this one. This one got that reverb on it, but I didn't want too much of that playing into it. And put the shaper on that too, to just give it a surround sound feel. So what we got next? Really didn't do nothing to this, just leveled this. Everything else is just leveled off, except my snare that I got for the breakdown of the beat. That's what I got there. Now for the master track, let me just go ahead and play this, and then let y'all see. Now see, for the master, I just pretty much, if I need to raise anything where it's playing at, because as you can see, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I pretty much with the master, I just lift up everything, or I take away some, you know, some of the bandwidth or whatever, to like really just level the track out some. So as you can see, where everything, when you play it, I'm saying, as you can see, this is your low end, your low frequencies or whatnot, you know, your kicks and your 808. So this is where this sits at, and this is where your higher harmonics, your claps, your snares, your hi-hats and shakers or whatever, this is where they sit. So I've just pretty much just leveled everything off inside the EQ to just sit it in it where it's supposed to sit at, and just carve that space out for us, so everything sits where it's supposed to. Now, for the for the multi-band compressor, I pretty much got everything at where I got the low end. I got it at -6 with 4-to-1 ratio. That to me sounds right now, with mixing and everything. Number one rule to mixing is there are no rules. Whatever sounds good to you, there are principles, but once you learn how everything works, then you'll understand it. And that's what I break down in the Mixing Academy. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, I pretty much got everything, as you can see, set at pretty much the same level. You know, this is at the mids is at -10, and then I got a 4-to-1 ratio, and then here for the high I got a 5-to-1. Now a lot of producers, a lot of people, they use the Fruity Limiter or the Maximus for the bottom, the last plug-in slot. Me, this is my setup, the way that I like, the way it sounds good to me. So this is what I go with. What else I got is the stereo enhancers, nothing major. I pretty much just picked this out of my preset over here. I just picked the master track, and then I put the EQ2 and set it up, and then I put the soft clipper on it. This keeps the soft clipper keeps the, you know, your volume from peaking, pretty much the track from like peaking too much. Like it won't sit in the red, and it won't go over whichever level you got it set at. So if I have it here, I can still bring this up and it won't. See what I'm saying? So I can do that with it and it won't move. So it's pretty much a cap, you know, a cap on the volume of the track so it doesn't peak and do all that other extra shit. Now, the setup of this beat that I got is pretty simple. I have a intro and nice little breakdown to it. You heard it already, but that's pretty much it. I didn't want to take too much time going too far into detail with the compression and the ratios and the thresholds, because I really don't have the time, because I have to finish putting together the chorus, like I said. And that's why I'm going to break down everything for you guys, where you can understand the principles of mixing and what everything means, and why you do it and why you need to do it, and how to get your beats with that clear sound. You know, as you can hear from the beginning to now, the beat is just completely clear, and now you can hear every sound, and it's sitting. Ooh, excuse me. It's sitting in a place it's supposed to sit, as opposed to everything just being on one level and you can't really hear everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I want you guys to stay tuned and get on the list. I have a link below this video. You know, quick call to action. Click the link below this video and get on my list for the FL Studio Mixing Academy. Okay, I'm not telling nobody when I'm dropping it yet. I don't even know the exact date yet, but it's coming sometime before the end of this month. So I want you to get on the list so that way you can be in the loop before I drop it, because for the ones that's on my list, they will get some special prizes. I have some special stuff that I'm gonna give to the ones that's on my list. beforehand before it actually drops. So you want to click the link below this video and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, and stay tuned for more tutorials, because I'm coming back, and I'm coming back with more, and you can probably expect videos every day, because I finally got my computer fixed and everything is everything, and I can finally work and bring you guys everything that you need to expand and build your music production career, and build your brand and everything like that. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed this third installment. If something you didn't understand, go back and watch it again, and make sure you stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out of here. Once again, this is K Felon, Sound Assassin Productions. I'm out of here. Peace out.